Hey guys, and welcome back. I am so glad to have you back on this channel. My name's Elizabeth, for those of you who don't know, and we talk about anything that can help you live a happier, healthier, and more enjoyable life. So today we're going to be doing a little segment called Book Club, and I'm going to be going over some books that I've been reading. I love to read and to learn and share the information that I think could be helpful to you. So today's book, we have Atomic Habits by James Clear. So, have you ever had a goal or something you wanted to achieve, but you're not sure how to get there? Or maybe you tried to reach the goal and then you stopped after 2 weeks, or you had a hard time. This book is designed to give you all the information about how to achieve a goal and to understand how habits happen and how you can achieve the goals that you want. So we are going to go through chapter 1 today, and let's get started. Okay, so before we get started, let's go ahead and define what an atomic habit is. So atomic means an extremely small amount of a thing. A habit means a routine or a practice that is performed regularly as an automatic response to a specific situation. So knowing what that is critical, and James is going to explain more about that in the book. So James is going to explain why that's important and more about it in the book. But in atomic, the reason he named it atomic is because it's an extremely small amount of a thing. And over again, there is a theme about it's the small, little, everyday actions and habits that you have that will lead you to the habit. Okay, so now that we know what a habit is, a routine or a practice that's performed regularly as an automatic response to a specific situation, we are going to get into the first chapter. Ready? All right, so the first takeaway is it is so easy to overestimate the importance of a defining moment and underestimate the value of making small improvements every day. Remember our word atomic in habits. It's small. And sometimes we discount those small changes and improvements that we can make. But that is where the power and the special sauce is. It's in the little, small, everyday choices, actions, responses that will help you get to where you want to be. James says, improving by 1% isn't particularly notable. Sometimes it's not even noticeable, but it can be far more meaningful, especially in the long run. So this can be with a positive habit or a negative one. But these small actions like adding a salad once for lunch every single day, over time, that's going to make a big difference. If you do it for a week, 2 weeks, a month, you might not notice the biggest difference. You might feel a little better, but you might not lose a ton of weight. But over time, you are going to reap the benefits of that small choice. All right, number 2, the second lesson that I learned is it's the compound effect. Just like in your finances, small little amounts of money like that you invest is going to compound and grow over time. So habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. So each habit that's repeated, if you exercise daily or 5 times a week, over time, you're going to get those results. Now, again, the kind of stinky part is that it doesn't happen right away. And so that's why a lot of people quit. And he talks about that people stop because they don't see these automatic results and they get down or frustrated or like, well, this must not be working. But it is. You just have to be patient and trust that if you go to the gym, you change some of your meals, you eat healthier, you get more rest, you will see the benefits. Number 3, so you get what you repeat. So don't stress out. Some people go on a diet or are trying to eat healthier and they're doing great, and then they have a meal that doesn't make them feel good or that isn't a part of that plan. And then they're like, well, forget this. I am done. I've messed up. I'm a failure. My diet's ruined. Is it really ruined? No. You didn't repeat it, right? So it matters what you repeat. It matters what you do next. So what do you do the majority of the time? And time magnifies the margin between success and failure. It will multiply whatever you feed it. So feed it over time with repeated habits that are more good than poor. Number 4, you're probably not going to notice a difference, and it's going to stink. But habits often appear to make no difference until you cross a critical threshold and unlock a new level of performance. So you're eating that salad, you're working out, and you don't feel anything, but you stay committed because you've read this book and you know this is true, and eventually you will get there. So stay committed and know that those breakthrough moments are often that accumulation of those compound effects. One thing that I took away was that I need to think and program not to expect to see results, but to know that it will lead to one. So I think that helps if you can tell yourself, I know this will lead to the result I want. I know this will lead to the result I want. And that can help you continue taking that action. James says that we need to survive and stay dedicated to the small choices and habits until it works. So stay committed, stay dedicated. It will work. Successful people and people who achieve their goals stay in it. 5, James says to forget about goals. What? Why would we forget about goals? He says forget about goals and focus on the systems instead. So eventually he realized that his results had very little to do with the goals that he set and nearly everything to do with the systems that he followed. So you can have a goal. Every person has goals. Most people have goals, but there's some people that achieve them and some people that don't. And that's what he studied. He's a writer and a researcher and figured out, well, why do some people reach their goals and some people don't? And this is part of it, that they have systems set in place. A great example of this is if you're a coach, your goal might be to win a championship. Your system is the way that you recruit players, manage your assistants, coaches, and conduct practice. If you're an entrepreneur, your goal might be to build $1 million business. Your system is how you test product ideas, hire employees, and run marketing campaigns. If you're a musician, your goal might be to play a new piece. Your system is often how you practice, how you break down and tackle difficult measures, and your method for receiving feedback from your instructor. So it's not just to play a new piece, it's the systems, how you practice, you get feedback. Or entrepreneurship, you don't just have $1 million business, you have to test products, you have to hire people, and you have to start running marketing campaigns, etc. It's those systems set in place that will get you where you want to be. What that I really liked about this is the score that will take care of itself. Super Bowl winner Bill Walsh said, the score will take care of itself. Let me hear it in the back. The same is true for all other areas of life. If you want better results, then forget about setting goals. Focus on the system instead. Right, number 6. So number 6 is that there's a problem with setting goals. So achieving a goal is only a moment. It's just a moment, okay? A special and exciting moment, but that's not enough. Imagine you have a messy room and you set a goal to clean it. If you summon the energy to tidy up, then you will have a clean room for now. But if you maintain the same sloppy habits that led to a messy room in the first place, soon you'll be looking at a new pile of things to clean. So change the systems that cause those results. Fix the inputs and the outputs will fix themselves. Number 7, a big takeaway is to focus on the process. That's something that I've learned over the course of my life, is not to focus on the result. Don't do it. Seriously, once you reach your goal, you'll be happy. Once you lose the weight, you'll be happy. Once this happens, you'll be happy. Number 1, you're wasting your life away. But James talks about that you're continually putting off happiness until the next milestone. So why are you putting off your own happiness? Enjoy the process. Stop restricting your satisfaction to one scenario when there are many paths to success. A great tip that he told me in the book and all of his readers is that you can be satisfied anytime your system is running. So we have to have the system in place to achieve our goal. But if I am following the system, if I know I'm supposed to work out once Monday through Friday, and I know I worked out on Monday, I worked out on Tuesday, I worked out on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, my system's in place. I am doing what I need to do. The results will come, so I don't need to stress. So that can help you because it takes time, remember? That can help you get through the process. All right, so the last thing I want to share with you is at the very end of the chapter, and it says, habits are like the atoms of our lives. Each one is fundamental until that it contributes to your overall improvement. At first, these tiny routines seem insignificant, but soon they build on each other and fuel bigger wins that multiply to a degree that far outweighs the cost of their initial investment. They are both small and mighty. This is the meaning of the phrase atomic habits, a regular practice or routine that is not only small and easy to do, but also the source of incredible power, a component of the system of compound growth. So overall, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Getting 1% better every day counts for a lot in the long run. Habits are a double-edged sword. They can work for you or against you, so focus on making more good choices and having more good habits than poor ones. Small changes often appear to make no difference until you cross a critical threshold. So you have to keep going until you cross that threshold. Know that it will happen for you. An atomic habit is a little habit that's a part of a larger system. Just as atoms are the building blocks of molecules, atomic habits are the building blocks of remarkable results. So if you want those remarkable results, you have to have the little atomic habits. And if you want better results, forget about setting goals. Crazy, I know, but everybody sets goals. Focus on the system. And lastly, you do not rise to the level of your goals. We can have these big goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So be patient. I wrote my takeaway. Stay consistent, stay dedicated. Do not lose heart. Focus on the process. Create systems. Small changes matter. Understand and remember that if you're following your system, if you're taking those more good habits than bad, and if you're following that process, like exercising once Monday through Friday, and that's what you committed to, know you're going to get there. And remind yourself that when you haven't crossed that critical threshold, say, I will cross the threshold eventually. I have to keep going. So that is just the first part because, well, how do you stick to a habit? I've tried to work out every day, but then I lose track or something comes up or I get stressed or I'm tired or someone gets sick. So James has a whole many more chapters in the book, and I'm happy to go over some more if you found this helpful. But knowledge is power, and then knowledge applied is even more power. So my goal is just to share information I love learning and want to share that information with you so that hopefully you can have a more enjoyable life and achieve your goals and just achieve what you want to. So thanks for being here. Like and subscribe for more. Write me a comment below on what you think or what you took away. Feel free to check out Atomic Habits. It's on Amazon or any major bookstore, and I will see you in the next video.